gosh, I am live, I suppose. Let me put this on live chat because I keep forgetting. And then I leave it on top chat. And I don't want anybody to think I'm ignoring them. So here we are for this live tonight. I don't know if anybody will come in because normally this is a video. So before I got too far into this, or maybe I should save it until more people come in, I wanted to just show you kind of my thoughts on where I'm going with the spine on the giant book. So let's bring out the Tiny Tini, shall we? And this is backwards. It goes this way. So we're going to roll that over there. And we'll put out as much as we can. Let's adjust the camera some, shall we? There we go. And I've got my selection of images that we already had. So I'm going to just maybe try and stick them up here. But I also have this pile that we harvested before. So I'm going to put those over here. And then we're just going to have fun. Hey, Carla, how you doing? Hope your Tuesday was all right. Okay, so glue. We need some glue. We got a glue stick. I have not refilled my glue, so I'm going to hope that it is enough for tonight. I hate it when I kind of have to stop in the middle, and that's too big for this. And have to refill the glue just because it's a little bit tedious, you know. Oh, those are ties. Oh, no, they're shirts. They go like that. So we should use that in something else. Okay. It's the right size if you lay it the other way, but it's shirts hanging in the closet. So okay, so we're going to trim this one a little bit right about there. Working on the big M. Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'll try not to be too loud then. I don't want to make it worse. Els went and laid down for a little bit. I assume her head is also getting the best of her. All right, so I was just trimming that down so that it fits in the space, and then we'll find something nice to fit in this space right here. And I still have out that blue. And that tear my desk apart. It's possible that the ink pad has been knocked on the floor off the side of the my desk. Hey Janice, how's it going? How is your night? I'm gonna, and after a couple of images, I'll pull out the serial killer book and show you guys kind of my idea for fixing the spine. I didn't look anything up. I'm just seeing if this is gonna work. It could end horribly, but then we'll just cut the signatures out of that and put them in something else if worst comes to worst. But I think it will work okay. It wouldn't be the end of the world. You doing all right? Adria! How's it going, girl? All right, so we need something that's got a vertical orientation there. And we've got a loose edge right there, so that's a small one. Somebody pouring a bottle of wine. I need to move that down some, don't I? This is let's see if we can't. And also I need to make this stay back there. So I'm just going to put some weight on it. There we go. Oh, And let's see if we can't. Is that, I know it's kind of at a little bit of an angle, but does that get you a better view of what's going on with the, it's at least closer so maybe you can tell better what the images are. Bacon! Oh, it's the first time? There have been some videos, but it's relatively new. This is our newest version of the collage roll doodah type thing, you know. I might also put that in there. I'm just testing things out as we go. I'm looking for an image for that space, right? Although we could maybe fill it with a sticker. We do have some stickers floating around. That we might utilize for that space. We did it once before with a little cute little owl sticker. That I really enjoyed. Oh, piece of toast. Just fun, silly things. All right. So let me grab, I think it's down here. I think this is the one. Yeah, maybe. There's another one over there. Oh, this one looks like the creepy one. Okay, that's creepy stuff. So give me a second here. Pull out the other one. Oh, yep, this is, whoa. And I have some words I found. Hey, Ann, how you doing? How is your day been? I hope it was good. So we've got these silly little stickers here. So we need something to fill this spot right here. How about our penguin with the pliers? That's an option. We've got a light bulb. Let's see. Ooh, we've got the hippie van. Okay. So, penguin with pliers or hippie van? Oops, sorry. Penguin with pliers or hippie van? Tiny car. You like the tiny car? This car? Or was there another car? Hold on. There's this car, but that's a little bit, we need something more vertical than van. Okay. Van it is. Hippie van to the rescue. Oops. Nope, it's down. It's a little crooked, but it's down. All right. So we'll put those back over in the box for the moment. Just something a little bit silly to fill the time. All right. Or fill the space. Time, space. Okay, so we'll move. We'll get these all inked up. It was good. Oh, you're welcome. I always hope it's a good day, but you know, you never know when you're asking people. I had a pretty good day. I made breakfast this morning. I was going to make biscuit sandwiches for everybody with the leftover biscuits, but somebody ate one. And it could have been Buggy or it could have been Mike because I didn't make breakfast on Saturday like I normally do. So some people got biscuit sandwiches and one person got just a regular breakfast sandwich. And both are tasty, so woohoo! So this could be done in a glue book for sure. But we're working on a register roll. Not the thermal tape kind, the old like adding machine tape or register receipt pre thermal tape. So it's about 2 1/4 inches wide and a bajillion inches long. Not really, but you know what I mean. A register tape's going to go on for a good long time. We have this much left to go if we are interested in filling the entire thing. You had sausage biscuits for supper. I did sausage biscuits with a hard fried egg. I make mine a little more medium, but both Sandy and Mike, they like their eggs very well done. No squishy gooey. I like mine to be just a little bit, not runny, but still a little soft in the middle. So yeah. So I always cook mine last. Because it would feel really rude to be like, yeah, I'm making you breakfast, but I'm going to eat first. I think the person who's cooking tends to always eat last. If you're making things like pancakes or whatever like that. I'm going to grab that piece of paper. These small images, it's annoying to put liquid glue on them, so I'm going to grab some glue stick over here. If you fill the whole roll, probably. We could probably paper a wall in it at the very least. Turn it into other things, belly bands and whatnot. It's definitely a fun pursuit. It's a challenge one to find tiny images, especially from magazines. And then getting them to all fit. Because you can't just, I guess you could image after image that are like this size, or where you just cut everything to 2 1/4 inches and you place them one after another. I kind of like the different sizes thing. It would be a lot easier if I would just cut medium-sized images to 2 1/4 inches by whatever, and I wasn't always looking for the tiny stuff. But I like to make a challenge for myself, And I like all kinds. I like straight up glue booking. I like the collage where you just put whatever you want, and I like making scenes too. Let's see. Oh, well, that can't be fun. I would imagine you want to rest after that. You had Starbucks Frappuccino. Nice. You have some adding machine. Well, now you know a use for them if you can snag one. So you could go with, let's see if I have something that's 2 1/4 inches. Like, that's not quite. So we have an idea of what's the ideal size. I haven't cut very many to that size. I'm working with, oh, that's not going to work because that's orientated the wrong way. Maybe this one. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one to the right size. I'm going to take some of that clouds off there. And then we'll have a better idea of, it's not like you all can't look on a ruler, but. You have lots of small. I'm fine. I never really used to fuss much with the small images because I do tend to focus on bigger books. But the Tiny Teenies help me really refine what I harvest. So about this size. So something that's about 2 1/4 by however long. You could, you don't have to have itsy bitsy teeny weenies. And like I said, we've pulled out some stickers to fill in the odd spaces, mostly animals. Different people have different focuses. You like, I think it's true that we all like are drawn to certain types of images. So animals are often fun. Dogs, cats. I have a number of animals. I have everything from your basic dog and cat to the exotic ones, from those more safari type customized vacations, those fancy travel catalogs. So we're going to go ahead and glue this here, and we'll get a little tiny sticker for right there. Why not use the stickers? We've got them. And I never did glue down that little corner right there. So let's go ahead and glue that down. But it could be focused on anything. Animal Teeny is one thing we haven't done. Maybe that's your call, Janice. An animal teeny of some sort. They make those painter's masking rolls in a 6-inch size, a 12-inch size, and I think that there's a size in between. But you can use anything from a register receipt. Malia made one out of a scrap of a wrapping paper. She had one going for a while. I don't know if she still got it going. I don't get notifications for videos, so I have to remember to go and check people's channels to see if they put out videos. But she was doing one. She just had like a really long strip of heavyweight wrapping paper, like from Christmas or a birthday or something, and she did it on that. So you can cut something to the size you want, or have a scrap of something and use that for sure. Yeah, it can be anything. Some are tiny cartoon figures. There's 18 inches and 24 inches. I have never bought one that big. 18 inches, that's pretty big. I would like something that's a little bit longer than the 12-inch. I wish they made like a 14-inch because I would like to put big magazine images and half-size ones. Because we've done on the 12-inch, we've done the Foodatini, and the original was roughly that size. The first one was just made out of paper scraps, though. Okay, so we need another. Now we need kind of a tiny. I think we'll oops, those are upside down. Let's see. I like the light bulb. Could fill that space nicely. We've got a bear and a hat. Oh, what about this one? What do you guys think about the little? I don't know what I'd call that. Let's see. What else do we have? The whale's not quite right for that spot. The giraffe's a little too tall, but we could also maybe put the balloons there. So, or we have a different light bulb here. So there's two different light bulbs. Jam. Oh, you like the jam? Okay, jam it is. All right. And we'll slide it in there. There we go. Just a little bit of silliness. The Buckingham Pike. It looks like a little bit like that, right? So let's pull this down a little bit more. Roll this up some over here and clamp it down. All right. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Let's get it out and have a closer look at it. Here, yeah, I think you're right, because he's wearing the little red uniform too. So I think that is what it's supposed to be. No eyeballs, no real face, just a hat and a body. We'll use him somewhere though, but the jam fits perfectly in that spot. Good call, Adria. Let's see. So here we've got a tiny, oh, I think that's too like this other one. Two snows too close together. Let's move that further down. And then we've got a few words. I could see a couple hanging out. We've got go ahead to fill that space a little bit. Okay, those will work good right there. Or we could put it at the bottom. I think most of our words have been at the top. So let's put one at the bottom. Woohoo! And you're right on the ball there. Okay, that one just needs a little bit at the top. Some of these were pre-inked at some point. I went through and inked all of them. I was watching, was binge watching stuff on Netflix or Hulu. And I sat and I did the whole pile. But the ones that I just added, I haven't inked yet. So we're going to put this towards the top. Just a plate of food, some shrimp, and like a little arugula salad, it looks like. And some cheese, maybe. I don't know what that is over there. Could be, it's white, whatever it is. Beef eater, there you go. We're pulling it together collaboratively. But I have found that we did that collage on that file folder, and then I made it into a little glue book. Well, not little, but then I made it into a glue book because I didn't know what to do with it. And I've been putting some of the bigger magazine images in there. Just gonna glue with a little glue stick right here. They do like to stick down, don't they? All right, just adjusting it, you know, tiny. Okay, and then we can put, let's not put some more white right there. Let's put some other color. So we've got some more people in a raft. I get a lot of stuff out of travel books, so I think it shows. Ooh, that's right at 2 1/4 inches right there. That one's almost perfect. And then maybe we could put some people. We need something for that spot, so let's find something that we like. You find some legal size paper that's 14 inches. You could just glue them together in a roll. That's true. I do have legal size paper. I just dyed some recently. I put it in the purple that was going out there. So you could make, yeah, you're right. I could make a big roll just out of, that's true. That is very, I hadn't thought about just making my own. Janice has got the workarounds. Okay, I'm looking for something that fits in that spot. Do, 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 do. Ooh, what about a covered bridge, maybe? Yeah, I think that'll work. Got a little white covered bridge there. People in a boat, and then some flowers. Let's do it. Hey, Roseanne, how you doing? I haven't had dinner yet. I did have lunch. I had a bratwurst and a pickle. That one's already inked, and I didn't get very much here, so we'll ink that side back up. There we go. So let's do this. Okay, the small ones we can do with glue stick. So we're going to start with the rafters. Yes, register, just plain old. This is actually from an adding machine, but I think it's the same size. They used to go in the old style registers. This isn't thermal tape. It's a paper. I see this register receipt tape or adding machine tape, however you want to call it, often in thrift stores. And I have several rolls. I was thinking about putting together some kits for the next sale. Some tiny images for starter. Like 25 or so, and then a roll. It'll just be a few dollars. I've had them forever. I think I had 10 when I first started. I probably don't have quite that many now. When I pack them up to move. But I don't think I paid for them new. I think that I picked them up somewhere cheap. So it would just be like a $3 or $4 thing. If anybody's interested, let me know, and I'll definitely put it in the next sale. Otherwise, it's not hard to find paper that size. Hey, Lindy, how you doing? And or Sean, I hope that you're having a great day. But yeah, I can put together some a quick little kit. Just something to get you going, you know. Put our little bridge on there. Are you guys fans of covered bridges? I don't like to drive on them in cars because I feel like, you know, a lot of them were built before cars were as, you know, I don't know. I like to walk over covered bridges, but I don't like to drive a car over them. Maybe that makes me weird. Could make me weird. Next up, the flowers. A tiny teeny kit, yeah. Hope you're having a good day, Ms. Lindy. I hope everybody had a good day and that you guys get lots of good sleep tonight. I'm kind of having a mixed bag. I was sleeping really good for a little while there. I think it's part stress just from trying to figure out all the logistics of my big M, which is a move. I have till February, but it's already September, you know? Well, I have till technically March, you know, the 1st of March, last day of February, which I don't think this upcoming year is a leap year. So that would be the 28th. I think we just had a leap year not too long ago. So rolling. Give us a little more room here. Gonna take some drugs and pass out. Okay, Carla. I'm sorry about your migraine. I will send some when I do my nightly energy work. I'll send some healing energy your way. Migraines suck balls. Lay down and I hope you feel better. Thanks for spending some time with us, though. We all love to spend some time with you, Carla. All right. I love that one, but we'd have to put a backer back there for sure. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, there's a little mountain range. Ooh, we've got a person. Oh, those go nicely together. Those are almost perfect together. And then we've got like a flaming dessert type thing. But we'd need to cut a little bit off the bottom. We need to make room for another image, I think. Or find some words. Okay, so let's think about that for a minute. That's a little big. Maybe we go a few more smaller images. Ooh, words flying out at me. Well, that one's cut to just about the right size. But we also have, that would be a face next to a face, which is not the goal of this journal. How about this landscape? It's a little bit bigger than we need. Do I have an order for you? You did request some stuff at a video sale I had a little while ago. I had some technical issues, and then I wasn't online for a little bit, and I still have the items. I think it's like $9 worth of stuff or something silly. When I do my next video sale, I don't have the money to mail it out at the moment, but I will pass them on to you at no cost because it has been such a very long time. But I still have the items pulled for you. Hey, Candy, how you doing? But I got to get the money in from the next sale to be able to ship stuff. My budget is doing terrible. It's such a little amount of stuff that I don't want to charge you for something I've been holding for a couple of months. How you doing, Miss Candy? I hope the news on your health front continues to be, good. And I know you're packing up for a move. I have stuff to mail out to Patreons, 2 months worth of stuff. And then, surprisingly, next month, I'm going to do another 2 months worth of stuff. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, dear. I went out of order. Hold on. Let me put this here where it's supposed to be, because this is the next image in line, and I haven't glued down those ones. Okay. So, what a dork. Okay, so we're just going to move it over slightly so that we get some blended edges there. Oops, and we're going to work that between the two. It doesn't quite fill up all the space, so we'll give it a little border at the top and a little border at the bottom. All right. Oh, you so continue to hold them and just add your old order totals together. There'll be live sales starting, or video sales, I'm sorry, starting on Friday this week. I'm trying to put them at the beginning of the month and the middle of the month. You're getting overwhelmed, too much stuff. Do you want me to hold your Patreon stuff until you get moved? I don't know how far away your move is. But if you don't want me to mail you more stuff while you're packing, I can hold it here and mail it all at once. It's entirely up to you, Candy. Just let me know what you want. And you don't have to answer right now in this live. You can message me later, however you want to do it. No worries at all. I don't want you to be stressed out about the move. That's not good for your health. So if I can ease it up by holding the items for a bit for you, I am glad to do it. And then you'll get like this big welcome package when you get settled in. So I'm gonna move the lady face up and put the other picture down here. I did keep some faces and stuff out for other collage work, rather than putting every single like person type thing into the face of Teeny, into the happy people face of Teeny. Hey Steffi G, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh, that would be okay. So hold it. Okay. Just when you get your new address, just let me know when it's safe to send, and I will gladly do it. Because you've got 2 right now, and around between the 16th and the 20th, the next one will be ready. I'm actually hoping to have both September and October to mail out at the same time in September to get you guys a month ahead. Because September, I'm sorry, October kit's going to be a spring related for those of you that work ahead. I'm doing all right. I had a pretty good day. Hectic, and I'm stressed out because I'm trying to figure out all the move stuff, but you can never plan this far in advance for everything. So I'm trying not to, get too anxious about it. If that all makes sense. All right, so let's pick out some nice small images to work on next and see what we come up with. Okay, whoops. Somebody on a jet ski. I think that looks like a lot of fun, but I think it's kind of jarring, so I don't know that I want to try that. But people have told me that it's very fun. We can look at that. Oh, I think it actually goes this way. So we can look at that. That might be better off in a black and white one, because I think that's a black and white. So let's set that aside. But having a pretty good day, I have to say, overall. Pretty good day. We're probably going to cut some sky off there. Actually, let's just go ahead and do that now to make room for an extra image. Okay, so let's put that. See what we can work out. That's a thick one. Let's move that aside. Try not to put anything too thick on this thin register paper. Now let's see if we can work around that. Ooh, fun people on horseback. Uh-oh, you guys can't see that far down. Let me pull it out a little bit. There we go. And we do have some glare, and I'm sorry about that. It's coming from the overhead light. So, Sherry, you got that right, girl. Oh my God, so over it. Can't wait for it to end. I'm hoping it's going to break around the end of September, you know? Really have some hope for that. What about this nice scene of the people on the trail? If we cut a little bit off the bottom, that will fit, and that will be great for that spot. So let's just trim that a tiny little bit. Try and keep it straight, because I am famous for cutting everything at an angle. My entire life tilts to the left. And then we've got him worked in there, so we need something at the top. Maybe that. Oh, it's not quite big enough. Phooey. What about connected? And it's not going to cover anything in their picture, so that could work to fill that space. All right. But we may move them down depending on what we find for down here, because finding one that skinny could be an issue. So we may have to work around it. Let's see. Let me just grab a little handful here and see what we can come up with. He looks like one of, a little bit, yeah, because you can't really see. I cut that part off earlier. So he's one of those, it's a bunch of people as they're starting one of those mud kind of events where they get all dirty. And that's tall. We need something long and skinny. Something long and skinny. Or some little tiny images. Like there's a guy in his ski goggles and okay. So I can't tell what that is. Hold on. All right, well the rule is if you can't tell what it is, don't use it. But here is that's boring. Let's not use that either. It's just a picture of a transit bus and some bushes. Not terribly exciting. It is a part of everyday life, though, for a lot of people. It's going to be part of my life when I move. Because I won't be able to afford a car for a while. I figure it's 2 years out from the move before I can get, a beater. Because it's not like I'm coming from a place of great savings for this shenanigans I'm undertaking. I'm just pulling out some words while I'm looking through the images. I need another one of those little tiny ones like this. Well, here we go. Some yellow flowers. That'll work. Yellow flowers is good. Okay, so let's do this little bit here. We got quite a ways down the path there, so let's just scooch all that over a little bit and start working. But he does look like a centaur a little bit. You're right. Just because he's got that proud, his chest is kind of thrust out. That's like a chick move. Look at my boobs. But yeah, they're all stretching and rolling their shoulders and stuff. It was one of those messy. I would never do it mud runs. Not that I'm opposed to getting dirty, but so what you been up to, Miss Sherry? You been up to shenanigans? You been doing anything fun? Okay, let me grab that piece of paper and set it off to the side here and glue some of these with glue stick. You could, I know. Somebody's like, I know the word, I know it, and it just will not come to the front of my brain. Then I have to go describe what I want to say to somebody else and be like, what is it that I'm trying to say? Nothing makes you feel old like losing an entire word. And sometimes it's a word I use all the time and I just can't pull it out of my brain. Life's little adventures, right? I know stuff, but my brain won't access it. It's like you get one of those 404 error pages in your head. That's not the way my brain is supposed to work. But it's always been like that. I can't even claim that it's getting old. Mine's brain's always been a little bit like that. I had yesterday and today both. I had a nice cup of that mint pepper or that green tea that has the white it's got peppermint in it, but it's really a subtle flavor, so it's not like drinking green tea and eating a Christmas candy, which I was worried about when I originally bought the tea. But it's a great summer tea. It's good hot, but it's also fine like room temperature. Like it tastes kind of the same either way, but you throw a little ice in it after it's been brewed up, and that is a nice summer drink, I gotta say. So I put it in my biggest coffee mug, my Hello Pumpkin one that I got at the thrift store, and it's like 2 cups of tea in one. So once it's brewed and I've had a little bit of it warm, I throw some ice cubes in it, and then it's like a refreshing summer thing. Yeah, I think so. I think it's exacerbated if you're stressed out or experiencing social anxiety. Like I get anxious sometimes in my lives, and you guys have helped me find a lot of words over time. You guys are always the best. There we go. A little scene going on there. So next up, was it these people? I think it goes like this. I don't know what we were doing here. Oh, you know what? I know what happened. Because there's all that grass right there. Let's see if I can peel this back a little bit. Okay. We were gonna. Oh boy. I may have done it. Okay, well, I'm going to glue that back down because it doesn't want to come up, and now I've separated the... Okay. We will just find my bad. What we'll do is we'll find a sticker to go there. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I see. I think you're correct, Janice. No, we'll just, because it was going to go here, so we'll put it there, and then we'll fill the spot. Because we have our fun little, our 2 little images that go under there. So let me grab the stickers, and let's see what we want to put in for stickers. Mari, how you doing? How's those grandbabies? Okay. For that spot, we kind of need something bigger. Where'd that giraffe go that I said was... Maybe we'll work it in. Let me see if I can find a little bit of just genuine collage for something I can put for color in the background, maybe. I have some little jelly printy stuff off to the, like, you know, or maybe I could cut a little square right there, or tear a little square. This shouldn't be rocket science, right? And I'm going to go with those weirdo colors. So let's go ahead and tear an edge off the other side. No straight edge at the, well, maybe we want the straight edge at the top. Yeah, just like that. And then we'll tear that edge right there. And we'll glue that sucker down. It's growing up too fast. They do that. You're like, newborn, oh my God, 3 months, oh my God, 6 months. And then it's a year. And next thing you know, they're 5 years old. And they're all blinks in time. I don't know what happened right there. We've got a hanging chat or something. I don't know. All right, so there, just so it's not so plain and stark and white. And then we're going to take the little skinny giraffe. I'm not flipping you off, I swear. Isn't he cute? She loves singing the ABC song, even though we can only understand B&O. Is it mumbledy, mumbledy, mumbledy? You know, A, B, kids, gotta love them. I probably should have gone with a bigger image, but I am in love with this little giraffe. He's so cute and fun. All right, next images. Already inked, so we just need to glue stick the heck out of them. Here we go. And next, flowers. Some pretty yellow flowers. Just going right there. Ta-da! Oh, don't. Nope, it's done. Okay, because we're going to put this right here. So we'll just cover that up a little bit. That is life right there. Okay, I think I need to move it down because I think we're going off into the great unknown edge of the camera where you guys can't really see what I'm doing. It's a mystery what's happening on that side of the over there or over here, but okay, so that's we got these two going on, and that's a little tall, so let me mark the edges of it and we'll cut that off and re-ink it. And they try so hard. They're so sincere. She talks with her hands and starts babbling and moving her hands and laughs at what she says. She's telling you important stuff. I am sure of it. She's probably telling you how the whole universe works, and we as adults just can't get it, you know? They're so sweet at that age and so sincere about it. It would be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Carla sent me some little square images. Hold on. That I'm going to put in a fall book I have made. It's going to be my personal journal, but let me pull them out of this little bag here briefly. Welcome on this little side journey with me. You could also put rub-ons on here for sure if you were so inclined. So Carla sent me these. They're off Temu, I think, but it's an orange theme kind of thing. I'm in love with these orange washers and dryers, but it's all kinds of, there's doors, and so this kind of thing. Let me pull this off here. Like that. So you could conceivably put one and have a work, you know, you could alternate, or you could cut a little bit of this off. These are eminently usable, and you can probably find some that might be around 2 1/4 inches. So These are not stickers, but they have ones like this that are. But it's probably a good way if you have just like some weird collection of stickers. Like I love orange, and Carla knows me. I love orange and I love fall, and this hits my notes. But you guys have seen this is my next personal journal, and I like to put in, I add in things. You guys have seen my more finished one, but so I've got some rub-ons and stuff to put on there, and I pulled some buttons, and I'm hoarding these little stickers and postage stamps. If you've got some postage stamps, you've got. So there's all kinds of things floating around out there and that you may have in your stash that are already the perfect size or very close to it. But postage stamps would be great in here for sure. So this one is not inked yet. Oops. And I guess we'll be using this one, or I'll just put it in the back in the zippy bag. But my personal journals aren't quite like creative daily journals that you see like Never Hopeless by Elizabeth doing. And she is fantastic, by the way. I haven't seen a video from her in forever. I know she's doing them. I'm just not getting the notifications. Excuse me. Let me get a little drink here. I think my voice is like, we need liquid. All right. I've drank some water. I should be good. But yes, postage stamps in this would be excellent. And I have a ton of the same New Zealand one. I should put one in like every foot or so to use them up. All right. So, I don't want to quite glue that down yet, simply because. And that's what's great about watching somebody do something and thinking, ooh, that's a neat idea. Your brain starts working and you start filling it in with things you like or things you may have. Customizing it more to your taste. And that is what's great about this kind of art. It's very open to interpretation and change, Oh no. Well, it might be worth some money. Or you could glue book with it if it's not. Okay, that's like a little garden picture. And then we've got this little one here, which will have a little white border around it. And then we have our flowers that can go right. We can snug that right in there. But I think that's a nice little, when you guys are seeing it with glare. So there it is without glare. Yes. And not everything has to go on a roll. There's lots of glue books, different sizes. You guys have seen my ugly glue book collection, which is going to be in Thursday or Friday video sale. I have some sets finally put together for that. Which I was not trying to plug anything. I'm just thinking, So let's start by gluing down this big long picture. I think that's the first one we want to do. But I love that you can watch somebody do something, or you guys can watch me do something. I've been watching people do stuff all the time and be like, oh, it'd be really great is blah, 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 blah. And then you run off and you do your thing. You never know where inspiration will hit you. Sometimes I get it from not craft videos. I'm like, oh, why didn't I ever think of that before? Have you guys seen Rosemary's door books that she's doing? Oh my God. What a wonderful idea. I can't afford the $40 for the kit, but I'm thinking at some point, maybe after the move, I'm going to put it in notes along with the dates when her videos are airing. And definitely going to come back to it. I'd love to make some creepy ones. You know me, I'm all about the creep. That and Bo Bunny. Just love all things creepy and gross, but love me some Bo Bunny. Get a pair of lips we can put somewhere. All right, so our tiny image is next, and we need to, let me pull that down just a smidge. But yeah, I'd love to make a couple of kind of creepy doors. I think that's right up my alley, right? And it'll be a little while after she does it, so it's not like I'm stealing her idea. And I'm certainly not going to put out kits for it. I might sell a finished journal because once you do something, you'll always make like 3 or 4 of it for some reason. You're like, one's not good enough. I need to make another one. Yeah, the one she was talking about that she was showing on last Thursday. I would love to, but it's not in my budget. That she's having she really is going through like a creative uh like an epiphany phase. And it's awesome that she's able to run with it. Her stash is so amazing. But she's having some really awesome ideas. If you guys are not currently watching, she's coming out with an actually kind of creepy sort of bunch of things, which isn't normally her jam. But as with anything, if you're not creepy, you could make it creepy. And if it's not creepy, there's probably a way to make it creepy. She is definitely in the zone. I have the utmost admiration and respect for Rosemary's creativity. She's an out of the box thinker. I think it's something to do with the construction background. I think that helps her having remodeled and finished stuff and built things. I think that's something she can draw from that makes it a little bit different than what you normally see people doing. Her stuff often has dimension, and you don't always see that when people make things. So I'm always excited to see what she's working on. Yeah, Dr. Bag could definitely be creepy. The doors could certainly be creepy, but you could go very contemporary with that. You could go uh, gothic with that. There's a lot of ways to go with doors. Yeah, and she loves the hardware store probably more than I do. I do love to go to the hardware store to source things. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. And the hardware store is often cheaper than the craft store for some of the things that you can pick up. She's on the right track for sure. But we should get a link up for her. Give me a minute and I'll go fetch up a link. I know most of you know Rosemary, but for anybody who's maybe watching this later, or if you're lurking in here and you're not familiar with Rosemary, it's not a bad place to go. She's got a great bunch of ladies, some of the similar ones from here, but she's got a much wider audience than I do, and that's too much big stuff together in a row. Okay, let's go with some small ones. There is some little buildings and a little bridge. Oop, there's just a flower, one little flower right there. So I think what we'll do is that, and we'll overlap that. But let me, before I forget, while we're in the right place where we're talking about her, let me grab a link for Rosemary. Give me a second. I think I'd eventually get myself just a link of a list and just keep it up during a live. But no, I gotta go look every time. Let's see. Here we go. And challenge, yay. Come on. There we go. Now back to the right place for my life. Carla beat me to it again. Carla's tricksy, that one. You're supposed to be resting, woman. That one's too thick. Okay. Dewey, that's a little too short. So let's put that out of rotation. But there's a beach scene that we could do. And then we're going to be wrapping it up because we've been on for about an hour. And that's about for a Tuesday night. You know, we go a little longer on Fridays, but I know most of you work and have early rising times and stuff. So I don't want to keep you up too late. But I will be back tomorrow with the magazine harvest. And some in queue. I think it's hard to keep up with all of it, especially if you have a full, you know, like a family and a job. It can cut into your crafting time for sure. But she does have great kits. And she said it before, if you don't have the money to spend, you can probably, out of your stash, presuming that you've been crafting for a while, of course, come up with your own version. You might not have the exact digital she's using, but it's not like you can't do it if you don't have her kit. And they're very welcoming over there. So even if you're cobbling it together out of your own, you know, they're not going to be like, get out of the life. They're never going to be like, get out if you can't, you know. They're just wonderful people over there. Oh, cool. Nice. I'll have to go over at Elsa's channel and have a look at that. See what you did for your pinup. I don't always comment on them, but I do look at them all. You guys come up with neat ideas for all your little cards for your ATCs. Can't believe the year is more than half over already. So we'll roll back through this before we sign off for the night and have a look at how much we got done and the overall compositions we've made here. I'm not surprised. But we're all adults, you know. Sure, we've all heard a few of those in our time. All right, last one, and then we'll have a peek at what we've done today. But I'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock for, and I'll have a full, well, I won't need a full glue bottle. Tomorrow will be magazine harvesting. And I'll show you real quick, also before I get off, what I'm looking at for the spine repair, like how I think it's going to work. I didn't look anything up or anything. It's not like I looked at a tutorial but I think I've got a pretty good plan for fixing the spine on the big serial killer journal that's just out of control with pockets. I blame the pockets. I'm not going to blame myself in a poor design. It's not happening. But if you have an unused serial killer, remove some pages. For the love of God, get in there and remove some of the pages. Or don't put in so many pockets. Let me clear off my glue here and put the lid back on it. Okay, so let me unpin this. And let's roll it. Okay, so I wish I had Lils, and I have I have 3 murder mittens. Well, they keep you on your toes, though. I have 5 Lils tugging at my heart, so yes, very familiar. A yard and more, I think. Zippy doodah. Okay, let's have a look. So this is our last image, and let me try and hold it a little bit at an angle for you guys so that it doesn't have quite so much glare. There we go. We're getting to the jam. That was near the beginning, I think. But we're not quite to the beginning. I'm looking at So I think we started right in here. I think that's where we started at, because I think all of these images on this side here, past the van. So we started before the van. I think we started right in here. I think this is right around. I think we glued that down, but I think some of the rest of this was here already. I know that's from last time, or it could be in a video. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what we done. So we did from here. Let's see. I'm not sure. This is on the centimeter side, so I don't I don't do centimeters, but just going from side to side, it's 1. Okay, hold on. Let's say we started there. So 1, 2. So we did 2 lengths of my mat here, plus the 1 image hung over. So however long that is, we put in some work today. And I'm going to kind of spread this out behind me on the bed, let it dry before I roll it all up. Otherwise, it'll stick to itself, and that will be no fun. Okay, hold the phone while I grab the serial killer. Oh, quite a bit. We did quite a bit, for sure. Okay, let me just push some of this back now. Why is it when you're doing the images, they don't want to spread out, and then when you try and push them out of the way, they also don't want to be piled up? Thanks, Anne. It doesn't really have a purpose at this point, Candy, but it could wind up as belly bands. It could wind up, I don't know, any number of ways. We could put it in other glue books for sure as elements. We could cut it into sections, but it's a lot of fun. So as you guys know, the serial killer journal has got a little out of control. So I have cut, let me grab them here. I've cut the covers off already. We did that during Murder Monday. And then, so you can see there's the spine, and that's the covers. It's been cut off here. So then I went into the middle of the signatures, which is right here. And I've marked it's going to be 9 holes. There's actually 10 holes, but that one's not in the right place. So, but what I'm going to do is, Janice sent me some jeans, and I picked this one. I love it's worn a little bit right here. So the fabric is sturdy, but it's nice and soft. Yes, masterboards. You could cut it and place it as like a masterboard thing. You could cut it into sections and use it in different parts of glue books where you want some smaller images and stuff. I could turn it into some kind of accordion journal. I could maybe do both sides. Like at the end, I could turn around and go the other way, maybe with a different theme. So it could become some kind of accordion book of waterboarding torture. It's just a fancy way of saying collage you're going to cut up. But masterboards are fun. So I've marked where I'm going to punch the holes through, because I'm thinking I'm obviously going to glue it as well to the original spine, but I'm thinking it needs more than that to withstand how big this book is. So I am going to sew down the center and then glue it, because it's going to become a 4-inch spine. And then I'm going to possibly in between the original spine and the new spine, put a section of this jeans in to reinforce it on the inside, and then some fabric, maybe the jeans again over that when I reattach the covers. So what'll happen is I'll probably cut a 4-inch section of this, and this is one way to go, and take the covers. I'm going to make the new spine out of this super thick chipboard. It's a really big piece, upcycled. So there's going to be, so that'll be a piece in the middle. So we'll pretend like, and then we'll grab one of the covers. So just like building a new spine, but I'm going to sew it onto the sew and glue. So we'll put a little space. Obviously, it'll be cut to the correct size. Leave a little bit so that it has. We're all on the same page. I think we all want a little more than 4 inches, though. I'm not saying it's got to be a huge spine, but. So, and then we'll have the other cover piece over here. So essentially we're building a new spine wherever like that. And I'll have to pull this off because it's going to cover some of what's already on the cover. And we'll just cover it over and add new things. And it's not like this was finished anyway. This is was kind of in progress as the book goes on. So it's not a worry for me. I don't think that. So once this is put together, I'll sew through the middle of that and see how much glue in between there. And then we'll have a nice, tight, sturdy new cover. So does that make sense? Like, once I get all the pieces cut and everything, I can do parts of it online. I am not going to try and sew the new spine to the old spine live because I think there might be a lot of swearing. If I do sew it live, it will probably have to be on Patreon because I can guarantee you I'm going to swear a lot. Maybe like Elle's level swearing, Okay, so that's what's going on with that. And then hopefully, at least that will create a sturdy, so that at some point the spine, the cover doesn't just go, because there's a lot of pockets in this baby. And we're down really close now, so. Cover your eyes if you get dizzy. So that doesn't even really show the hole. And then that's the spine, that's the front of the book, the part you open. And that one's got a little bend in it, but. So yeah. Next time we'll put in less pages. So offline cuss away. Thank you. But, this should be done by next week's Murder Monday. So we can show it off during Murder Monday with our follow-up on our Canadian serial killer. Because we're going to do round 2 of that. I said I was going to show you something else, didn't I? Did I say that? What was I going to show you? Oh, my brain. I measured it across the top, and I'm thinking 4.5. I don't think I need, I might need to go all the way to 5 just to ensure that, because we're not done with the book yet. It's not done. I'm hanging my head in shame that it's not done. We're going to do some more terrible things to that book. Tomorrow, the box. Yes. Before we magazine harvest, we will have a look at the box the box of goodies that Jana sent me with the jeans in it. She sent me some very lovely things that I can't wait to share with you guys. But I was going to show you one other thing today. I said it before I said the serial killer. And then I lost my train of thought. I don't know. So let's wrap up then. Maybe we'll link the serial killer up here just so you have something to look at that isn't my nasty craft mat. Okay. So let's open to one of our many pockets maybe. Or we can just do in the center there. But we've got it's been a fun project, but we still have a number of pages to finish up, and I keep adding in pockets and flippy things. So journals. So I was going to show you. Oh, yes. Okay, I can do this. I can have one train of thought, I swear. Okay, let me just pull this. That's all the stuff that sits off to the side of me. Okay, so let me find, these are medium-sized ones. Hold the phone, please. It's not alive if I don't make a mess somewhere. Okay, so this is one that I made for myself. I took one of the ugly glue books, and this one is finished. So, and there are different size ones. There's our angry otter and our high monster. And that's from Artie Dar. She sent me that in a Happy Mail a long, long time ago. So I completely filled this out. Oh, no, I'm not quite done. Ooh, liar, liar, pants on fire. There's still some pages in here. I'm done. I thought it was done. But you can see I went through a phase where I used really big images and phrases. There's a butterfly in here somewhere. See? But to show that, I do use stuff that I make. I don't just make stuff to butterflies in their armpits. Okay, so there's that size. Like, I made several sizes. And they're called ugly glue books because what we did was Els has been giving me for a long time. Wow, I've got like all kinds of junk in here. Oh my God. So there's a smaller size and a bigger size. These are made out of, the covers are the thicker scrapbook paper, and then it's a kind of a mixed bag inside. Where there's, I think it's 8 or 9 pages. Let me count it real quick. This is terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 pages. So it's slightly more than you need for a month. So I figured, like, if somebody wanted an index or a table of contents at the front, or you wrap up your month with like movies you watched or stuff like that, that there was a little extra room. It's papers. Not all of them are ugly. Like, I like this paper, quite honestly, but maybe it didn't go with anything else. And a lot of them are tea dyed. So not just the cover pieces, not obviously the papers inside, but I used one for myself. And I plan on using a couple more. So there's these 2 sizes. This, let's see. Yeah, we kind of got 2 sizes going on. So kind of like the half size. And then I still have to sew the spines on these, but I did make a couple of larger ones. And I did a round robin on the pages. So I didn't even try to make them like appealing mixes, to be honest. I thought the uglier the better. Now, see, I like this paper, but what, so they're all 9 pages plus the cover. A lot of the covers are tea dyed. If they were double-sided, I didn't. I did tend to tea dye more if there wasn't some kind of color on the inside of it. But like this one is made out of all paper. So you could thicken up the cover by adding something over the top of this if you wanted to. So these are going to be the ugly glue books. And then they have a whole envelope, which I'm not sure at this exact moment where I put the envelopes of stuff. They're in a, safe place. But these are going to be cheap. The set with the starter kit, with the starter images, and there's quite a bit in there. There's some words. Some of the images are a little bit bigger than the journal, but everything I put in there should fit the size of book you're getting. So, and then I'll sell some just, if you just want a book with no images. So they have, and the other reason is ugly, because sometimes you get these on certain kinds of, by the piece papers. But I was trying to make something fun out of stuff that we might not normally use. And then, of course, I started putting together this glue book myself with all kinds of just silly stuff in it. Because I don't want people to think I make stuff just to sell it. I actually use my inspiration is things I want for myself. I keep one of almost everything I make, and sometimes I keep more than one. But you can see I glued in bits of fabric, like here's some little rosettes. So, and then I had something going on there. I'll have to look at it. Like, see, and I even peeled, I did something and it stuck, and I peeled away some of the paper. This is from Tina Massey. She does those colored images. So just all kinds of, good night, Candy. Oh, men's 6 a.m. noise. Boo. But yay that he's able to go back to work. That's a good thing, yeah. Good night, lovely lady. Sweetest dreams to you. Thank you for coming and spending some time with us. And remember, let me know once you get moved and you're ready to get all your kits, because I'll be piling them up for you. So yeah, so that's one of the things that's going to be in the sale. Not this specific one, because clearly I need to, fill it with some more stuff. And they're all, bound, but I have quite a few of them. I'm thinking the price point is probably going to be between $5 and like $8.50 for these with the pack. And we'll have some that don't have the pack if you just want to book in the next video sale. But I'll be able to show, more. And these other ones will be finished up by then. So, but I had a lot of fun making these. I got out a huge stack of paper. See, look at that. Look at how silly this cover is. So we have all kinds of things going on. There's stripy things and polka dotty things. We've got a wordy thing. That one almost looks like wallpaper. So yeah. Just piles of stuff. Thanks for putting up with my silly explanations of things. And I always leave these strings long, but you can cut them off. That's not like a big... Oh, and it goes this way, actually. There was some directional. A lot of the paper is non-directional, but every now and then there's some directional paper. The hope was that you could look at and that one might be in upside down. But that you could feel comfortable gluing over this or writing over it or whatever it is you want to do with it, because it's not your most beautiful paper that you have. It's just some ugly paper that probably wouldn't get used any other way. It's stuff that Els was either going to send back to the thrift store. It's stuff that was left over after sales that nobody wanted. It's stuff out of pads that don't go with anything else, really. So we dubbed it, ugly paper, and thus ugly glue books. And that's the end of my babbling for tonight, you guys. So I hope that you enjoyed this. We went a little over an hour, and I am sorry about that. But I will be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock for some magazine harvesting, where we will gut a magazine and just pull all of the good stuff right out of it. Maybe two, who knows? But I hope you guys have a great, today is it, what day is today? Tuesday? It's Tuesday, yeah? Yeah, because I'm so confused still about Mike's days off. You're welcome, Janice. Thanks for sticking it out. Good night, Carla. I hope your head feels better after you get some rest. And thank you, everybody. Roseanne and Sherry came in, and Anne came in, and I appreciate all of you being here and spending some time with you. If I've missed everybody, please know it's not intentional. You guys are beyond amazing. However you're spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are amazing, amazing people. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box tomorrow, I'll try and get into Rosemary's. Often I'm in the garage during her time wrapping things up before my live. But my live will be tomorrow is Wednesday, so it'll be at 7:15 after Rosemary's for magazine harvesting. So bye. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. That is going to be the end. We're pushing a button. Yay, push the button.